Jean Valjean let Marius slide down upon the beach. They were outside. The miasmas, the obscurity, the horror were behind him. The balmy air, pure, living, joyful, freely respirable, flowed around him. Everywhere about him silence, but the charming silence of a sunset in a clear sky. Twilight had fallen, night was coming, the great liberatress, the friend of all those who need a mantle of darkness to escape from an anguish. The sky extended on every side like an enormous calm. The river came to his feet with the sound of a kiss. He heard the airy dialogues of the nest bidding each other good night. A few stars, faintly piercing the pale blue of the zenith and visible to reverie alone, produced their imperceptible little resplendencies in the immensity. Evening was unfolding over Jean Valjean's head all the caresses of the infinite. Jean Valjean could not but gaze at the vast clear shadow which was above him. Pensive, he took in the majestic silence of the eternal heavens, a bath of ecstasy and prayer. Then, hastily, as if a feeling of duty came back to him, he bent over Marius, and dipping up some water in the hollow of his hand, he threw a few drops gently into his face. Marius's eyelids did not part, but his half-open mouth breathed. Jean Valjean was plunging his hand into the river again, when suddenly he felt an indescribable uneasiness, such as we feel when we have somebody behind us without seeing him. He turned around. A man of tall stature, wrapped in a long overcoat with folded arms and holding in his right hand a club, the leaden knob of which could be seen, stood erect a few steps in the rear of Jean Valjean, who was stooping over Marius. It was, with the aid of a shadow, a sort of apparition. A simple man would have been afraid on account of the twilight, and a reflective man on account of the club. Jean Valjean recognized Javert. These two encounters, blow on blow, to fall from Thénardier upon Javert. It was hard. Javert did not recognize Jean Valjean, who, as we have said, no longer resembled himself. He did not unfold his arms. He secured his club in his grasp by an imperceptible movement, and said in a quick and calm voice, "Who are you?" "I." "What you?" "Jean Valjean." Javert put the club between his teeth, bent his knees, inclined his body, laid his two powerful hands upon Jean Valjean's shoulders, which they clamped like two vices, examined him, and recognized him. Their faces almost touched. Javert's look was terrible. Jean Valjean stood inert under the grasp of Javert, like a lion who should submit to the claws of a lynx. "Inspector Javert," said he, "you have got me. Besides, since this morning, I have considered myself your prisoner. I did not give you my address to try to escape you. Take me, only grant me one thing. Dispose of me as you please, but help me first to carry this man home." Javert's face contracted, as happened to him whenever anybody seemed to consider him capable of a concession. Still, he did not say no. He stooped down again, took a handkerchief from his pocket, which he dipped in the water, and wiped Marius' blood-stained forehead. "This man was in the barricade," said he in an undertone, as if speaking to himself. "This is he whom they called Marius." Jean Valjean felt in Marius' coat, took out the pocketbook, opened it at the page penciled by Marius, and handed it to Javert. Javert deciphered the lines written by Marius and muttered the address. Then he cried, "Driver!" The reader will remember the fiacre which was waiting in case of need. Javert kept Marius' pocketbook. A moment later the carriage, descending by the slope of the watering place, was on the beach. Marius was laid upon the back seat, and Javert sat down by the side of Jean Valjean on the front seat. When the door was shut, the fiacre moved rapidly off, going up the quays in the direction of the Bastille. They left the quays and entered the street. The driver, a black silhouette upon his box, whipped up his bony horses. Icy silence in the coach. Marius, motionless, his body braced in the corner of the carriage, his head dropping down upon his breast, his arms hanging, his legs rigid, appeared to await nothing now but a coffin. Jean Valjean seemed made of shadow, and Javert of stone. And in that carriage full of night, the interior of which, whenever it passed before a lamp, appeared to turn lividly pale, as if from an intermittent flash, chance grouped together, and seemed dismally to confront the three tragic immobilities, the corpse, the spectre, and the statue.